Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because tonight we are diving into one of the most unexpected and electrifying Raw moments in recent history. Just when fans thought they had seen it all, AJ Styles, the Phenomenal One, and Dragon Lee, the rising sensation, teamed up to face the ruthless Los Americanos. What unfolded was pure chaos, drama, and wrestling magic all rolled into one. This wasn't just another match on Raw. This was a battle of styles, cultures, and generations colliding in front of a roaring crowd. Fans expected Los Americanos to dominate like always. But instead, they witnessed a jaw-dropping upset that left social media in flames. So, how did AJ Styles and Dragon Lee manage to pull off the impossible? What shocking twists unfolded inside that ring? And why is this match being called a turning point in WWE's Raw history? Stick around, because we're about to break it all down in 5 intense sections that will keep you hooked till the very end. The story didn't just start in the ring. It began weeks earlier. Los Americanos had been wreaking havoc across Raw, taking out top contenders and humiliating anyone who dared to stand in their way. With their brutal double-team tactics, they looked unstoppable. Enter AJ Styles. A veteran who's seen it all, Styles had been itching for a challenge. But even he knew that facing Los Americanos alone would be suicide. That's when the call came to Dragon Lee. The young luchador had been making waves, dazzling fans with his fearless high-flying moves. Pairing his energy with AJ's experience seemed like a dream combination. But could they really stand up to a powerhouse like Los Americanos? The WWE Universe was buzzing. Fans debated online, some calling Styles and Lee the perfect tag team, while others laughed it off as a mismatch waiting to fail. By the time Raw arrived, the tension was unbearable. Everyone knew this wasn't just a fight. It was about pride, survival, and making a statement. And when AJ and Dragon Lee walked down that ramp, the roar of the crowd shook the arena. They weren't just partners, they were soldiers walking into battle. From the opening bell, it was clear this match wasn't going to be technical. It was going to be a war. Los Americanos wasted no time, ambushing AJ Styles before the referee even called for the start. Dragon Lee leapt into the fray, launching himself through the ropes with a suicide dive that sent the arena into a frenzy. The chaos didn't stop. Los Americanos showcased their raw strength, tossing Dragon Lee across the ring like a rag doll. Every time Lee tried to build momentum, they cut him down with brutal double-team strikes. Fans were screaming, begging AJ Styles to get the tag. When the tag finally came, the atmosphere changed. AJ stormed in like a man possessed. Pele kick, clothesline, backbreaker, he was firing on all cylinders. But Los Americanos weren't about to crumble. They regrouped, trapping AJ in their corner and pounding him into the mat. It was classic tag team psychology, wearing down the veteran, isolating him, and breaking his spirit. The WWE Universe held its breath. Was this the night AJ Styles finally broke? Or was the Phenomenal One ready to pull off something extraordinary? The match reached its boiling point when Los Americanos hit their devastating double finisher on AJ Styles. The crowd gasped. The referee slid in for the count, 1, 2. But at the very last millisecond, Dragon Lee flew off the top rope with a picture-perfect shooting star press, breaking the pin. The arena exploded. That moment changed everything. The tide had turned. Dragon Lee went wild, unleashing a flurry of kicks, flips, and dives that left Los Americanos reeling. The speed, the unpredictability, it was chaos that AJ Styles thrived in. With the crowd rallying, AJ found his second wind. He caught one half of Los Americanos with a phenomenal forearm out of nowhere. The sound of the impact echoed across the arena. Meanwhile, Dragon Lee trapped the other member in a brutal submission hold, bending him in ways the human body shouldn't bend. The energy was electric. The underdogs had taken control, and for the first time, Los Americanos looked vulnerable. The closing minutes of this match will be remembered forever. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee lined up their opponents for what looked like a desperate gamble. Dragon Lee ascended the top rope. AJ set up for the Styles clash. And then, boom! Dragon Lee launched into a 450 splash at the exact moment AJ delivered the clash. The synchronization was unreal. Both members of Los Americanos were destroyed. The referee dropped for the count. 1, 2, 3. The arena erupted into thunder. Fans jumped to their feet, some even crying in shock. The unthinkable had just happened. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee had defeated the unstoppable Los Americanos. Cameras cut to fans in disbelief. Social media lit up instantly with messages like, "Did that just happen?" and "Raw will never be the same." It was the kind of finish that makes headlines and cements legacies. For AJ Styles, it was proof he still had gas left in the tank. For Dragon Lee, it was the breakout moment he'd been waiting for. And for Los Americanos, it was the bitter taste of humiliation. The celebration was as dramatic as the match itself. AJ and Dragon Lee hugged in the center of the ring, both exhausted but victorious. The crowd gave them a standing ovation, chanting, "This is awesome!" But the story doesn't end here. Backstage cameras caught Los Americanos raging, trashing the locker room and vowing revenge. They claimed this wasn't a defeat, it was a robbery. And judging by their fury, this rivalry is far from over. Meanwhile, AJ Styles addressed the WWE Universe in a heartfelt promo. He praised Dragon Lee, calling him the future of this business, and promised that together, they would bring a new energy to Raw. Fans ate it up. The shocking win opened doors for both stars. Rumors swirled about a possible title shot. Could this underdog duo be the ones to finally dethrone the reigning champions? One thing is for sure, this wasn't just a Raw moment. This was a career-defining night that fans will talk about for years. If this shocking Raw moment blew your mind as much as it did ours, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more insane WWE breakdowns, and drop a comment below. Do you think AJ Styles and Dragon Lee can go all the way to the tag team titles? Or will Los Americanos come back stronger than ever?